The New York Excelsior today will be taking on the Los Angeles Gladiators. This is a match in the Overwatch League that we have not seen for a long, long time. It has been many days since these two rosters got to go ahead.
Gladiators here at the start, potentially a Doomfist tank coming out, and then for New York Excelsior having them play that Winston. Here with his Death Blossom, continues to use Wraithborn trying to get a health pack and then make his way back to the point. Is here Floor's Death Blossom's gonna get two, and oh, nice play there from Myungbong.
The sleep dart on towards Kevster is huge. He tries to make the play that Flora did. And the Gladiator have a nano visor if they want to. June lets the nano go. It's going to be Patapan actually who goes deep.
Well, you have two great nano targets, right? If you're the Gladiators, nano visor or nano with the blade. This is going to be a Graviton surge here as NYXL, they kind of clean house here. Grab plus a nano.
Oh, okay. Shoot barely able to keep Kevster alive there as he has to sprint away from the action. And yeah, tactical visor from Flora, but it's shut down. Patapan finally finds a bit of purchase here. Gets up in the face of that soldier. And that triple shuriken headshot is nasty, even if you have that ultimate available. Gunajin's in deep danger as well. That's going to be another one, and that's a third. Patapan farming his resets, farming New York, and putting the Gladiators further in the lead. So the NYXL have nothing to fall back on. The legs are being cut out from under them here, and Reiner is going to be using the fists, trying to send them flying. Yaki's going to be knocked out of the duplicate now. Flora needs to make something happen, but great shield dancing by Reiner means that the Reaper can't get that damage. Over the top we go. Gladiators once again still need to deal with Kellen and the Lucio of Gangnam Gym there, trying to stay in this fight, but eventually he'll be repelled, and the Gladiators get their first map win of the Excelsior defending here, though. This is a very common pick for Flora for much of last year. The Ash was really a signature go-to for him. Let's see what he can do with it defensively.
Yeah, you can get some like long sight lines here on defense. Just doesn't have that consistent damage output that is on payload. But look at this, they're gonna get like separated by this Bob almost. Is looks like actually Bob gets left right away.
Yeah, honestly, harder to shut down Bob now in 5v5, especially with a lot of that CC taken away from support. So Sleep Dart there had to be employed to get rid of the robotic menace. Reiner causing problems of his own here. Kellen forced away. You see Myungbong desperately trying to keep him standing without the pressure going towards the Ana, and Myungbong couldn't hold up under it. The Gladiators again find another gear, ferociously advancing towards this next checkpoint.
Talking a little bit about Tracer, and you know, it doesn't have like the ability to kind of challenge the high grounds as like Genji does, but still pretty strong.
Reiner might have to primal here, no other choice. Yeah, watch out for the Armored Titan, he'll make short work if Myungbong forced to Biotic Grenade himself, and Reiner's not able to juggle effectively. He might look to pressure again, just try and keep tabs on that Ana, make it hard for them to have an impact, but really no follow-up there was able to be made off that Winston ultimate.
Depending on how low they are, as Yaki goes in, tries to get some stickies onto Kevster and finish him off, but he gets a big pocket here.
Myungbong riddled with bullets and a beautiful double from the Helix rocket from Kevster. Able to get most of the damage done towards Gangnam Gym, forcing him away. 3 kills and counting for Kevster, and the Gladiators have finally broken through. New York can come back with a primal rage for Kellen.
Trying to go after Kevster, especially with their Winston, but he's been doing a great job maneuvering around the map.
Okay, focusing beam attempted, burning down. Yo, Yaki's not able to make it happen. Yeah, they're doing everything into him.
Yeah, they nanoed Kevster here is to keep him off, and you see just even without the visor, what you can do with the nano and the Soldier 76 is fantastic hold here by the Gladiators, New York. Yes, a Sojourn Widowmaker would be interesting here. It's like, you know, Sojourn doesn't have a sniper all the time, but a little bit in that fashion.
Oh, you got
Kevster just teasing. He's actually gonna play Tracer.
This is still exciting. Kevster, obviously, his Tracer.
Flora.
It's harder to do this on Tracer, right? To go in and get those sort of one clips just to roll over backliners, especially Lucio, which has some functional self-peel with that boot back. But Kevster's been pretty conservative with his positioning. This Gravitic Flux could be nasty. Countdown the only one to actually be held aloft by that one, and it's punishing. Arns just dealing death in the background there as Kellen's felled by a headshot. And this is a different look. This is a 3-player substitution.
On this game, you take a look from Ans's POV here. Yeah, you know, Space groups him up. He lines him up. Like eaten by the kinetic grasp of Sigma. You also have the immortality field here to potentially use. So it looks like you're just going to grab like maybe one player in there. And it looks like you're able to get those skewed space and shoe out of it. The payload's still moving though. It's going to get very close. you're going to have Ons and probably Kevster drop here. Maybe Kevster's able to make it out with his life.
Volley's going to force that recall here. Kevster has a pulse bomb, though. Can he find Myeonbong? That is step A. Stuck. It's good. Going to get rid of Myeonbong, but already Shu and his immortality field has fallen. In fact, there's no healers left for the Gladiators. Space had to go for a desperate gravitic flux, but there's no one there to keep him topped up, and Kellen's going to burn him down. The NYXL able to stake their claim to this very fancy-looking cart here. The Gladiators are going to be staved off.
Like, can kind of just play a little bit on his own. Right there, though, it's an Amp Matrix and Shu. You see how big the window is, all the damage coming through there. Getting buffed. That takes out Yaki right away. So, Laura, yep, they can see there.
This is the same thing we saw in the previous match.
The Gladiators coming through. Take a look at this from Yaki's POV. It was actually Flora who was putting pressure onto Ons there, so allowed him to really kind of finish that player off.
So Space able to keep things going, eventually going to be brought down. Arns needs to step up onto the point, Matt. Time is short.
He's also getting very close to the attack visor. The immortality field comes out. Ons is going to get the visor here.
Boom!
And you're going to have Transcendence. The Gladiators may be able to turn this.
Pulse Bomb Flora catches onto Arns, so Transcendence had to be used there, sure enough. Down barrier for New York, and Kellen comes back in on the Doomfist. Kepster's going to be running to the ground. No one now. Space needs to try and keep this going. Defense Matrix used on his last legs, of course, with a Bionic Grenade connecting to the Diva. No healing available. We know Shu's up on that high ground. He's forced to drop down now as Space in Mini Diva form makes a valiant attempt to keep this round going. It's not going to be enough, no. And New York won't. That being said, if we have matchups this year, I'm not expecting this one to be the case, but if we have matchups that are a little lopsided, you can finish these maps in, like, if you win like
really
3 fights in a row, 4 fights in a row. So yeah, you say 8 minutes, that's the maximum map time. In some cases, it could be even much, much shorter there, trying to maybe get some attention turned towards the Winston. Great sleep dark connection there, but Patapan's already found himself 2 quick kills. The resets are coming thick and fast, and the Genji highlights in these early moments. The bot, you better believe, is on the way.
It has been a while. Even like Batiste, right? Like, just lower the amount of Genji you've seen, and like now some of the CC comes out, you can start to see plays like this again. Man,
if the Gladiators means they want to re-engage here,
they're gonna have Blade here.
Didn't get it. Patapan making short work here of Flora and gets rid of Myeonbong. He was very low though. The sound barrier allowed him to close the gap, but it had basically expired once he was in the fight. Kellen showcasing Winston's new right click quite nicely there, if I do say so. He finds 2. Yeah, it's going to thin the purview of Kellen, especially with Reiner being as low as he is. Bionic Grenade from Shu defensively can't keep the tank for the Glads alive, but Kevster still wants to force the issue. They don't want to give up a front spawn now as Patapan finds the blade. That's good damage. He's found 1, and Kangan Jim shuts him down. Reinforce this more advanced location a little quicker. And here we go, Flora with attack visor. Maybe going to wait out the bubble there from the Winston, who's in the back line. As Patapan trying to blink away from this one. Reiner also nano boosted for a lot of damage reduction there, but it's going to be Shu getting picked off. Yaki's traded out though. Reiner still trying to play around the bot as much as he can, but Patafan deals with Flora, and the Gladiators able to shift things back.
And you can just see like how much cover they've had here to a game mode like Assault that we've had in the past, where it's just this 1 8-minute round. Is you're already down to 1:20 on the clock.
Stick. Big one there for Patapan. It's for 2. Beautiful. This could be the New York Excelsior starting to fall apart. Myeonbong has to give a good account of himself, but Reiner's going to be there from behind, and Shu deals with Kellen. That is so punishing now. Astro trying to stay out of line of sight of Kellen. He's probing with those right clicks, but there it is. Myeonbong's taken down. Reiner stands tall there with the key pick. And who's he looking for now? Up in the sky. Is it a bird? It's a plane. No, it's a smear on the walls. What left of Yaki as Reiner deals with him as well. The young rookie coming up here from Contenders is absolutely making a splash, bathing in the blood of New York as the Gladiators secure the series here on New Queen Street.
Fantastic showing there from really both